Monday, March the 28th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter weekend. The weather, not the greatest, especially over the Easter Sunday time period itself, with some clouds, some waves of rain at times, and still a very dreary setup for a little while longer this morning. Let's take a look back at the Charlotte Dowd YMCA camera, the time-lapse imagery from Easter Sunday. Again, not the greatest weather as yesterday rolled along. Some waves of rain. You see at times some raindrops on the camera lens there. And it was just a day that featured plenty of clouds out there, some waves of rain, and then really some pretty heavy rain at times in some areas yesterday evening and into last night. Temperatures definitely held in check for Easter Sunday in much of North Carolina. Columbia still made it to 72, but only 59 in Raleigh, mid-50s around the Triad viewing area yesterday afternoon. Probably most spots between 58 and 61 in the Charlotte area, although it did get a little bit warmer over in parts of Anson and Richmond counties yesterday afternoon. Temperature changes pretty similar right now to what we had at this point yesterday. That means our temperatures are in the 50s in much of North Carolina. You get over to the eastern parts of the state and then down into South Carolina, and it's a lot of 60s early this morning. So this was the radar presentation throughout Easter Sunday and then into the wee hours of this morning. You had a pretty good wave of rain develop into the region, and again, it was especially heavy in spots yesterday evening and into the overnight hours last night. There was the heaviest period of rain around the Triad area, running from late afternoon and through the evening hours yesterday. Similar timing with the heaviest rain moving through the Charlotte viewing area late on Easter Sunday. Rain totals, not a huge rain event, but there were a couple spots, especially over in parts of Guilford and Alamance counties, that managed to get around an inch or so of rain. Now, this is the radar over the past couple of hours as I cut the video. You have one last little batch of showers moving into the mountains there. That is just ahead of a cold front. Now, a little while longer this morning, you might see a couple of additional showers. This is the high-resolution modeling. As that cold front approaches, one or two additional showers a possibility, but very quickly today the westerly winds kick in. That's going to clear out the clouds as that cold front moves through, and I think a ton of sunshine is on the way as we get into this afternoon. Now there's your winds. It will be a bit breezy with those westerly winds bringing in much drier air today, and along with the drier air and the sunshine comes warmer temperatures. Look at these highs back into the 70s and even some 80s in parts of the Carolinas this afternoon. Tomorrow, beautiful weather setup. I think the weather's great tomorrow and Wednesday. Plenty of Tuesday sunshine. There's our Tuesday highs. Not as warm as today, but certainly not bad. And then here's our Wednesday setup. Lots of sunshine. Notice moisture, though, building here to the west of us, but Wednesday looks good. And your Wednesday high temperatures, again, pretty similar to what we're going to see tomorrow. Now, here we go with the next system, and I'll show you this in detail in just a second. But as we get on into Thursday, that system rolls in from the west, and it's going to be a relatively slow mover. So I think Thursday night, and then lingering into at least the first half of Friday. Good opportunities for rain, and maybe by late Thursday night and Friday, the chance of a few thunderstorms getting involved. Rain totals pretty generous. This is the European computer model printing out rain totals 1-2 inches plus across the region. And the GFS computer model with the 0Z run, similar. In fact, it's over 3 inches of rain around Charlotte, over 2 inches in Raleigh. And just a soaking rain event Thursday night, and into Friday. So let me kind of step you through all this. This is what it looks like aloft on the European computer model. This is valid Wednesday evening. Probably a pretty good severe weather threat in parts of the plains and the Mississippi Valley region later Wednesday and Wednesday night. And then as we get into Thursday, the main energy pulls off to the north, and that's why you see this front kind of slow down its progress and take its sweet time in moving through the Carolinas. So this is the Canadian model's idea. This is Thursday afternoon into early evening, a wet setup. You go into Friday morning, and finally that's when that system is exiting by the second half of the day Friday. The 0Z run of the GFS, look at that. That's Thursday afternoon and evening. There's your bullseye of heavy rain occurring at that point in time. But even overnight into Friday morning, Thursday night into Friday morning, still a lot of rain across the region. And then that system finally pulls out as you get deeper into Friday. You look at rain totals with this system. This is what the GFS is printing out. There's your 2-3 inch plus corridor in the deeper shading of red. And notice when you look at the southeast as a whole, this is again a pretty healthy rain event across the region. This is what the WPC is indicating for rain totals throughout the week. And again, you notice this is a pretty wet setup with that Thursday, Friday system. Now behind this system, this is what it looks like by Saturday. Big high pressure over the plains building in, so next weekend looks great. We'll be completely dry Saturday and Sunday. I think plenty of sunshine, highs to the 60s to around 70, most likely both of those weekend days. So the weekend upcoming looks very nice. Now let me show you what's happening in the big picture here. All right, so this is valid Tuesday. Big ridge going up along the west coast. This is the Canadian ensembles. And eventually you wind up with this big shot of cold air into eastern Canada and nudging into the eastern parts of the United States. Temperatures responding accordingly. There's your deviation from average at 5,000 feet. These are really cold temperatures around the Great Lakes region. Now we're only on the fringes of that down into our region. So it looks like a lot of this cold air may miss us off to the north. And then as you look out into the longer range, this is out Saturday evening, the 9th of April. Still some semblance of ridging out west, but really this is a pattern to me that doesn't look warm, but it also doesn't look really cold around here. So when you look at the 5,000 foot temperatures, near to slightly below average altogether, I think as you get into next week, so again the week of, well, that'd be the 11th of April, I think you're looking at temperatures relatively close to average for this time of year, at least at this point, upon initial inspection. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.